now we're going to go talking about some of your trunk muscles, so we're getting a little bit further down. So we do have our shoulder muscle, and that is your deltoid. Attaching to your sternum, and if you were to beat on your chest, that are your pecs there. That's your pectoralis major. Your pectoralis major. And then underneath your pectoralis major, if I pull this muscle off, a little tiny part of it showing up there is the, no, not showing on this picture at all. I'll show you in a moment. If I pull this off and underneath this, we would have pectoralis minor. So this is pectoralis major. Pull it off, you would see pectoralis minor. We're going to do arms here in a second, so we'll stay in the trunk area here. So this is something I should be working on right now, but I'm doing a lot more sitting than anything else. So you've got basically your six-pack, the ones that are going straight. So the word rectus means straight up and down, so that's going to be important when we do a leg muscle. So this is rectus abdominis, which goes straight up and down. So this is basically your abs. Okay, your abs is the rectus abdominis. If I were to go underneath your six-pack, you're going to start to see some other muscle groups, and that's why you don't just do plain sit-ups. You've got to do the side stretches and all the different kinds of bicycles and things to get all of your ab muscles, because you've got several. So there's the rectus. If I pull up underneath there, we're going to see ones that are going to go sideways, and those are going to be, remember, transverse, being side to side. Those are your transverse abdominis, or going straight across your body. And then the word oblique means at an angle. So rectus means straight, up and down. Transverse means straight, side to side. And oblique means at an angle. And you have two types of obliques. Those are the ones over on your side there. So the ones on the outer part are called your external obliques. And then if I go underneath that, and they actually go a different direction, but they do still go at an angle, those are your internal obliques. So your external obliques, your internal obliques. Your transverse goes straight, and your rectus abdominis. And then we did add to this little white line is linea alba. Linea for line, alba for white. Linea alba is this white line that's kind of going through. It is part of an aponeurosis where those muscles are connecting there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and look at some of these arm muscles as we're on this page. So you have, when you flex your muscles, you are flexing your biceps brachii. So I don't want just biceps, but your biceps brachii. So then we'll talk about brachialis and brachioradialis in just a second. So on the front is your biceps brachii. In your back posterior is your triceps. So you have your biceps and your triceps. They're called biceps because you have two of them. They're called triceps because you have three of them. And they actually do have different names, but we're just going to go biceps and triceps. This is the picture I thought I was doing a second ago. There's that sternocleidomastoid, again reaching up there. Your shoulder muscle is your deltoid. Where you'd beat your chest, connected to your sternum, is the pectoralis major. If I pick this up and go underneath it, I'm going to find pectoralis minor. You can see it connected to the ribs there. Of course, there's clavicle. You're just looking at bones there. So, pectoralis minor. This is not one you have to know. So, these on the side, I'll show you better on a picture in a moment. They're called serratus anterior. If you think of what a serrated knife looks like, they kind of look jagged. On the model, they actually look jagged. They are right up underneath your arm, and they're to the side. So not where pectoralis major is, but right up underneath your arm on both sides. It's underneath pectoralis major. These are pectoralis minor. Sorry about that. There's bicep brachii again. So I've just got a bunch of different pictures for you. Alright, this is a picture of the mannequin itself. So this is a good picture. So this is the pectoralis major. Beat your chest there. Underneath this would be pectoralis minor. Okay. Here's the straight muscles here, and so this is rectus abdominis. That's linea alba, that white line in the middle there. Actually, these are all linea albas. They're part of an aperonosis where those are being connected. Linea alba is on your things to know list as well, and that is uploaded. Okay. Do you see how these are going at an angle? So these are at an angle. These are your external obliques right here. They're labeled, I think, I can't read that number. Okay. So, and over here underneath your arm, do you see how it looks serrated? It looks like a serrated knife. Those muscles are the serratus anterior towards the front. Serratus anterior. These that look like little serrated knives. It's number 35 on the picture. All right. This is just another picture. You can see pectoralis minor connected to those ribs. There's the sternocleidomastoid. Here's another picture of the serratus ones over here. So these are the two I wanted to bring your attention to. These are pretty easy. External means towards the surface. Internal means underneath. Intercostal means in between. Costal means ribs. So you've got two sets of muscles that are actually in between your ribs. These that come towards you, but they're on the outside. These are the external intercostal muscles. Underneath those are the internal intercostal muscles. External towards the outside, intercostal between ribs muscles. Internal underneath those, and I'll show you on the mannequin, you'll see it better. Alright, so on the big torso guy, here's the ribs. These are the serratus ones, but in between the ribs here, so all these right here, those are the external intercostal muscles. And then I'd have to look at, this is looking on the inside now. We're looking on the inside anterior part of the muscle. So do you see these are the ribs? So in between those ribs, you have the internal intercostals. And we're on the inside again. So do you see the ones going at an angle here? Going at an angle. There, those are the internal obliques because they're going at an angle. These down lower that I really need to work on, these that go straight across, those are the transverse abdominis. Transverse abdominis. Okay. This one we should know just because we should. Those are our lungs, and this little muscle here that actually pulls on our lungs to let us inhale and then pushes the air back out, that is our diaphragm. So that is one that you need to know.